Hey Stampers, it's Judy Klock at Stampin with Crafty Clock coming to you today for another quick little lesson at lunch. And today we're going to get ready for craft fairs. I know a lot of you have craft fairs coming up and you're always looking for ideas of what to make that you can sell, that's quick and easy. So I found these little nail files in the Dollar Tree. They come with their own little case. I think they're great. I like having a nail file like in my purse or in my desk. And I like the fact that it comes with its own little case, so it's not going to get all messed up. So these are like $1.25 at the, I guess it's the $1.25 tree now. But I found just a little bit of packaging can really make these look pretty and will draw people in to your booth. And you can, sell these for, I don't know, maybe $2, $3. I don't know what you can get for them, but I'm going to try to sell them for maybe like $2.50. Or like $3 each, 2 for $5 type thing. So let's go ahead and see how we can make this package. So you'll need a piece of cardstock that is 4.5 inches by 3 5/8 inches. So we want to turn it to the 4.5 inch side is at the top of our trimmer, and we're going to score this at 4 1/8. Okay. So there we go. So again, it's 4.5 by 3 5/8. Now we're going to do some scoring here. So we're going to score this at 3/8. We're putting in the shorter side. This is the 3 5/8 inside. Now we're going to score it at 5/8. I'm sorry, at 3/8. We're going to score it at 3/4. We're going to score it at 2 inches. And then we're going to score it at 2 3/8. 2 3/8. There we go. That's it. That's all we're going to do for the scoring. Now we're going to need our paper snips and some either liquid glue or some tear and tape, whatever you prefer. So you'll see here that you have down here, you have, I literally just had my paper snips. Here they are. Goodness gracious. Down here along this part, you've got like 2 little 3/8 of an inch sections. We want to trim that furthermost section off. We're not going to need it. So we're just going to trim up to that 3/8 of an inch score line. And we're just going to take that little piece off. Now we're going to trim these pieces along these score lines up to that horizontal score line. Okay, so we're going to trim these vertical score lines up to that horizontal score line. That's going to create the bottom of our box. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to just crease this on all of the score lines. Okay, before we do anything else, we just want to crease it. And because this is designer series paper, I'm not using my bone folder because this has a tendency to rip if we, score it a little too hard. So I'm just going to gently just move these with my fingers. And this one needs to be trimmed just a half a snip more. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now what I want to do is before I put my tear and tape, because this is the section, we're going to fold this over and this is going to be what forms our box. But I want to put that diagonal slit. So I'm just going to come here and I'm going to cut just on a diagonal from the edge up to that score line. And if you feel better doing this in your paper trimmer, you can put it in your paper trimmer. And I'm just going to do that. Now, I'm going to fold this back over and I have this extra little piece here, that little 3/8 of an inch strip that I need to get rid of. So I'm going to take a pen. I'm just going to mark where this hits. Okay, so now I know I want to cut along the score line, right, to there. And then I'm going to go just a little bit below and I'm going to take off. So you're not going to be able to see my pen mark. I'm just going to take that off. Okay, now that we've kind of trimmed up that piece that's going to hold our box together, I'm going to put some tear and tape there. Okay, I like tear and tape. I tend to make a mess with liquid glue. So tear and tape is my go-to for making boxes. I just think I have better control with it. Okay, we got that. I'm just gonna kind of pull that up. All right, fold that over. All right, so now we've got our box started. And see, by cutting that little piece off, right? Now we've still got that nice little box, but you don't have that extra flap there. I'm just going to fold these in. Okay. I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape here on this one. I should have done this earlier, but that's okay. We can put the tear and tape on now. We don't need that big a piece. All right. I'm just going to put a little piece of tear and tape there. And I love tear and tape because you can just literally just tear it, just like the name says. Okay. Now I'm just going to make sure I press that down really well. Get this out. See, there we go. Sometimes it's hard to get that backing off just to get it started. All right, now I've got my little box all done. Okay, I'm going to put our little nail file in. Now you can tie a ribbon around it. You can add embellishments. You can do whatever you want to make this a little bit more festive. And I like tying my ribbon so it's still on the spool. And actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm losing my mind. You would think I've never tied a ribbon before, right? Okay. I always kind of tie it while it's still on the spool, just so I don't waste, a lot of extra ribbon. So I never really measure how much I need. I guess I could take it off and measure it and see. But see, like that looks like it's a little bit too much. I would want my bow to be a little bit smaller. So I'd probably take this off and restart it and not have quite as much of a tail, but a little bit less of a tail. I tell you, I can tie a pretty good bow when I'm paying attention, but when I'm not paying attention, I don't know, something happens. A little bit more. There we go. And of course, because I'm doing this on camera, I'm having all kinds of difficulty. But I like having these little ones, especially if there's little kids there, because I try to have some things priced so that the kids can buy something, for family members, and it's just a couple of dollars, like $2, $3, but yet the kids can feel good about, buying presents for other people. So they learn, the joy of giving to someone else. So I always like to have some of these little type trinket type things. And I think, these are just perfect. Like I said, $2 each, or, price them at $3 each, 2 for $5, however you want. I mean, it's, you've got $1.25 plus tax into the nail file, plus, the paper and the ribbon are pennies. It's my time, but I love doing this. So, I'm not going to get rich on it because I'm not, going to charge $1 million for my time. I just enjoy being able to come down to my studio and create these things. But anyway, those are just some quick little things, little quick wrap that you can do. I bet you could find some skinny candy that would fit in here if you wanted to make it for chocolates or something. But again, it's an easy little quick thing that you can make for your upcoming craft fairs, or you want to have little table favors, or little party favors, or give a little gift to all the teachers or something at school. These are the perfect little thing just to have a little something to give someone. All right, that's it for this edition of Lesson at Lunch. I'll see you all next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.